Faces are important. Not only are they inevitably constant in human life, but they also serve an essential part in how we communicate and understand each other. To put it simply, faces humanize humans. Faces reinforce empathy, promoting interpersonal understanding and compassion. In a world of faceless communication, faces more than ever play a substantial part in helping us view each other as humans. Just as faces are important in human life, they are too in cinema. It's a fair judgment to say that a common goal of almost all narrative works is to have the audience empathise with the character, or at the very least view them with humanity. Faces, of course, playing a substantial role in this. Well, here enters stage left Greek director Yorgos Lanthimos, who counterculturally often depicts dehumanised and sometimes faceless characters. The works of Lanthimos are emotive, but not necessarily empathetic. For some audience members, the absurd characters within Lanthimos' work are a tensive point of critical and often negative criticism. It's not only the character performances or the environment that make them absurd and dehumanized, but also artistic and stylistic considerations. Why does Lanthimos choose to create and display these characters, and what, if any, impact does this have on the audience? Let's explore this. In viewing Lanthimos' early Greek language film Dogtooth and a more recent American-produced English language film of his, The Killing of a Sacred Deer, it is clear that dehumanized characters are consistent throughout his works, illustrating an idiosyncratic or autistic quality. Narratively, the dialogue these characters speak is absurdly detailed, in such a manner that it doesn't reflect the often spontaneous and casual qualities of real human conversations.
Nice watch.
Thanks.
What's the water resistance?
200 meters.
And it's got a date display.
Yes, it does.
I might have gone for a metal strap instead of a leather strap.
Really?
Yes. I think I'd prefer a metal strap. I've had this one for years. It's as good as new.
What's the water resistance?
100 meters.
How long have you had it?
These detailed exchanges depict characters as robotic, highly analytical, and absurdly detailed focused. The delivery of these lines has to be one of the largest dehumanizing qualities of Lanthimos' films, and quite possibly the most divisive too. Humans just simply don't talk like this.
Long. He has lovely hair.
What about mine?
You have lovely hair too. We all have lovely hair. I'm on the phone all day.
Our daughter started menstruating last week.
Great.
Yes. She was a little scared, but she's okay now. You haven't seen her in ages.
There's blood and biscuits everywhere.
I hope she dies right away. On second thoughts, I hope she suffers quite a bit before she dies. I just hope her pathetic screams can't be heard from my room.
These monotonal deliveries leave some audience members confused. Is it deadpan comedy, subtle sarcasm, irony, or absurdist just for the sake of being absurd? Lanthimos' directorial characteristic of displaying dehumanized characters is further enhanced through stylistic considerations that reinforce characters as a vessel of movement or animal-like instinct. This is supremely displayed through shot composition, which, in some cases, results in the faces of characters not being shown.
Αλλά την έδωσα στη μικρή και μου έδωσε ένα ζευγάρι κάλτσες και 2 γόμες μεγάλες. Μπορεί να έχεις τα περισσότερα.
In this scene from The Killing of a Sacred Deer, there's this tension between the humanizing aspect of two characters sharing their interests and getting to know each other, and the shot composition, which doesn't show their most humanizing physical feature, their face.
Kim.
2 years. Since I was 12. Do you like singing?
I love it, but I haven't got a very good voice.
But what is the purpose or motive behind displaying dehumanized characters? Whilst it is possible that audience members may not reflect on the reasoning behind Lanthimos' dehumanized characters, these characters play a larger role in his films than just being absurd. In displaying emotionally detached and monotonal characters, the responsibility of emotionally decoding characters and their situation is on the audience. In an indiscreet and almost subconscious manner, the audience is given the opportunity to project emotion on the somewhat empty canvases that is the character performances. The use of monotonal and sometimes meaningless conversation in his films means that when a character does show emotion, it is exaggerated and distinctive. It also gives the audience room to impose emotion on the deadpan and restrictive world crafted by Lanthimos. For these reasons, Lanthimos' works require an audience member to lean into and fully embrace the absurdism of his characters in order to reveal their hidden emotion and psychology. The faceless and dehumanized cinema of Yorgos Lanthimos is an invitation to consider how not only a character may be feeling at any said time, but how you, as a viewer, may be as well.